Mistle, light and airy. Mistle is a haven for those who love the peaceful countryside, the sort of people who won't like miles of sulphurous, stinking wasteland, and the screams of the damned, of course.
Welcome to Mistle, everybody. This is the 19th level of Dungeon Keeper. I like this level quite a lot. It's something a bit different, and yes, it is still a slog, kind of in the way that Blaze End was, but as far as this level going, there aren't that many sort of really nasty moments, and you don't need a large amount of micromanagement, at least nothing near the level of Blaze End, in order to win the level.
You have tunneled into a new area.
You'll have noticed on the overhead map that there was sort of a really big contained area. This is where we're going to set up the dungeon. Fortunately for us, the rooms are already dug and built, so we will take advantage of that. Wait a minute, I can see something there. We don't have access to any rooms at all at the moment, and while we could research those rooms, there's one blank area which I think most people have recognised by now, and that is where the training room is usually. Yep. Basically, we are going to have to get through at least the first part of this mission with no access to a training room. And I'm pretty sure you can imagine how tough that gets. Adding to our woes in this level is that we pretty much can't attract anything useful. We can attract trolls, and up to a total of well, 2 dark mistresses and 1 or 2 bile demons. Aside from that, we can't really attract anything. Well, we can attract demon spawn, but you kind of need a treasure room for that. Sorry, treasure room? Training room. So, bile demons, trolls and mistresses it is then.
You need to build a lair for your creatures.
Oh, we've got a vampire. Yeah, we took over a graveyard, and
You have taken control of a new room.
there it is, took over that graveyard, and that's that means we get our undead pal. I'm just knocking down all the walls. You can use the vampire if you want, but I'd rather have him researching at the moment.
A new room has been researched.
As you notice, he actually just researched the lair. This area up here at the top is actually what's going to win us this level. As you can see, we have a prison and a torture chamber and a hatchery next to it. So I think you can guess where this is going to end up.
You have taken control of a new room.
This is actually the only level I'm aware of where we have a named enemy keeper as well. The enemy dungeon keeper is called Whizzle, anagram of Lewis. Don't quite know why he was named, but basically he's handicapped in a similar way to we are on this level, because he can only attract 1 warlock, 20 skeletons and a bunch of spiders, and he can't actually attract anything else, although he can build graveyards obviously. But the AI doesn't really have certainly my affinity for vampires, and he won't he won't kill his own creatures to make sure he's got an army of vampires at his disposal.
You have taken control of a new room.
Well, at least I've got a lair now. That gives us our bile demon as well.
A new room has been researched.
See what else that the imps come with. You do know that we start with 4 level 10 imps and 4 level 5 imps in this level. Obviously the game designers wanted to help us out a bit. Oh, there's our mistress as well.
You have taken control of a new room.
And yeah, this is all the gold we get as well.
A door has been manufactured. You have taken control of a new room.
Just let him keep
You have taken control
keep
of a
claiming
new
here, and I'll just expand the lair a little bit.
room. A new spell has been researched.
It is actually possible that we can get up to the creature amounts of Blaze End, although that doesn't seem very likely at the moment. We'll see once the level develops. Wait a minute, was that a temple we just took over? And a treasure room, but temple. This has exciting ramifications, considering we're limited to bile demons, trolls and mistresses. Yeah, this is basically the game spoon-feeding you a line basically saying you didn't think you were going to get through this game without Horn Reapers, did you? So, there we go. So, first thing to do is solve our wussy creature situation.
The gods are pleased with your sacrifice. The gods have rewarded your offering. A trap has been manufactured. A new room has been researched.
However, Horned Reapers are not the cheapest creatures to keep. So I will not be spamming Horned Reapers through the temple, even though it's quite tempting to do so. I will be creating 2 and keeping it at that level. Anything high, basically, you risk running out of gold really quick, Sticks. As you notice, we've actually now mined all the gold in our immediate vicinity, so if we're going to survive this level, we're going to have to head for the gem seam. I'm going to create my second Reaper.
The gods are pleased with your sacrifice.
Fortunately, they also gain a level, so they're level 2 Horned Reapers. Also, just make sure to keep them in the temple. Otherwise, they just get annoyed as usual. Anyway, time to get to getting. We're heading straight for the gem.
Tunneled into a new area. Your creatures are under
See, this is something I never figured. Aren't tentacles supposed to be?
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Aren't tentacles supposed to be like evil minions? Well, why are they always working for heroes?
A new spell has been researched. Your minions are winning a battle. A trap has been manufactured.
I could have had a problem here should the tentacles have decided to swarm me. Because at level 5 they gain freeze.
Your creatures are under attack.
And that freeze attack could be really annoying if all 3 of them get hold of my Horn Reapers. They might be able to perpetually freeze them. As you can hear, that sound was the freeze. So I'm throwing the vampire in there as well to give them too many targets to deal with.
Your minions are winning a battle. Some of your minions are unable to reach.
Well, that's the end of that chapter for those 2. We've got the first payday to deal with as well. Let's grab these guys and lead to probably the most frustrating part of this level. Yeah, we don't get access to the heal spell either. So basically I have to heal these darn things with nothing but chickens from the hatchery. Also, one warning, do not ever let your prisoners die and turn into skeletons, because, as I mentioned, the enemy has a bucket load of skeletons and he also has a scavenger room and will use it. Anyway, I am going to heal these guys up a little bit, and then they're going in the torture room, and we will see the results of that in part 2.